All right, friends, how are you today? Taryn here bringing you your daily horoscope for the 4th of August, 2019. It's Sunday, fun day. Happy Sunday, fun day, everybody, right? Woo! It's been an intense weekend, right? As the moon has been in Virgo. Very precise, very analytical, cutthroat Virgo, right? Yes or no. There's no in between. It's yes or it's no. Well, the moon is still going to be in Virgo early in the morning, and then around 8:30 the moon's going to shift into Libra, okay? So we're learning all of these hard cutthroat lessons and applying them to others. And then we have the moon opposing Chiron in Aries, right? So Chiron in Aries is self, okay? I need to heal myself. I need to heal myself. Okay, that's what Chiron in Aries is saying. So it's just like, all right, if you've ever had an injury, you know, I'll just use me. I dislocated my shoulder a couple years ago in Costa Rica, right? Had to have surgery. So, you know, to compensate, and this happens all the time, and we compensate. I got to lean into it here. My muscles are giving in this way to make up for this traumatic pain, and it took a lot, to get back to symmetry, right? I had to unlearn because my body was doing this to cradle my wound, right? Now we have emotional wounds, trauma that we deal with. We have physical wounds that our body morphs to, right? We can't see the body morphation in an emotional trauma aspect, okay? But when Chiron is in Aries, we're talking about self, and we're not just talking about just physicality. I mean, Aries is the sign of self, and it's more like the emotion side is Cancer, but we're dealing with all aspects of self, emotionally and physically, right? We got to heal ourselves. So it's just like we have to unlearn some of the bad posture, some of the bad habits, some of the bad, routines that we've been doing, all right? So when it comes to the moon in Libra opposing Chiron in Aries, this is bringing our attention to others. It's bringing our attention to other people. There's other people out there in the world, right? So we're adjusting ourselves. We're making these adjustments to ourselves to make sure that we're on the right path and we're going where we need to go. And then we have this outside source, this other person, this other thing, this other entities that we need to compromise. And I say this almost every month when the moon's in Libra. The best compromise is when both parties are unsatisfied. I don't remember whose that quote that was, but I mean, I learned that when I was in high school, and I loved it. The best compromise is when both parties leave unsatisfied. It's true compromise. So this is an interesting thing. Now let me show you the chart, because what starts in the morning to where this Sunday fun day ends, all right, Libra for one is a cardinal air sign. All right, the air signs are like chatty. We want to communicate, but still Libra's about balance and justice, and it's a similar. It's funny because Capricorn and Aries are very assertive energies, and Libra and Cancers can be very internal with things, because it's just like, well, I don't want to upset them by me doing what I want. So it's like, oh, we're considering too much of other people. It's just like, well, if the dog really wants to go to the bathroom on the floor, I mean, I don't want to stop him. No! That is the exact opposite of where we're going right now. Like the Virgo energy that just happened over the weekend, and what was the message? To try to, to not shut the world out and whatever, but it's like boundaries. We have our own personal boundaries, and it's important that other people respect those boundaries, that we create these boundaries with other people in mind. Yeah, that's key right now. So it's like the dog's gonna want to go to the bathroom wherever, whenever, doesn't care. The cat's gonna want to jump on the counter and eat your meat, or eat your meal as your whatever. And it's just like, it's up to us to teach these animals. You don't just say, oh, well, the dog just goes to the bathroom on the floor all the time. He won't learn. We just got to get rid of him. We'll get a new dog. No. Can't stop the cat from jumping on the counter. We'll just get a new cat. We'll just get rid of this one. No. This is how we treat people. That is how we treat people, and it's insane to me. I think it is to you too, because you're here. It's like, this is not how we treat people. We have to communicate our own boundaries to work with other people. It's so important being diplomatic right now, like this big balance, right? That's exactly what Libra is. It's the balance. This is the scales of the zodiac. We have to make sure what we want and what they want, we're kind of even here. But it's important that we know ourselves. That's why this past couple of weeks here in Virgo, in this self side from Aries to Virgo, it's just like we're honing in on ourself. We're following our own, marching to the beat of our own drum here. And now we got the dog crapping everywhere. We got this. We got, it's just like it's up to us. We are the ones that are determining our new life path. We're the ones creating this. So it's up to us to communicate empathetically, communicate from a place of authenticity, communicate from a place of love, as Mercury is still in the sign of Cancer, right? It's up to us to teach other people how to treat us. To not crap on our floors, to not jump up on our counters and disrespect our own meal, right? You get that. So we'll use the animals, but apply that to people. So it's up to us to train other people on how to communicate with us, and as well to listen, to be an active participant in listening into what the other person has to say, because maybe it's us that's crapping on the floor, okay? Into somebody else's eyes, maybe it's us. So if somebody else comes forward to us with this, this heartfelt communication, hopefully it's heartfelt, then we need to listen. We need to listen, and we need to take into consideration, how do we move this? All right, now, with that all being said, let me show you where the day's going, because where we start to where we end is very different. So we're starting with this Chiron aspect, the opposition to Chiron. For myself to heal, what do I need from others? How do I be there for others? If I need to heal, what do I need from somebody else? Is this a solo journey in my healing? Do I need to seek out, a massage if my back's screwed up? Do I need to seek out a chiropractor? Do I need to seek out an astrologer? What's going on in life right now? They're under such great change. There's other people out there that are going to help learn the breakthroughs, learn the self-healing, that are going to help the self-healing aspects of us. All right, so now let me show you where this day is going to end up. So this right here is our opposition. Now that's really all that's going on with the moon. And of course we have this Mars to Pluto, right? What's this saying? The Mars to Pluto, like we talked about a bit yesterday, Mars wants to move forward and take charge and be the leader. All right, and be the leader of what? This is my ego. This is my ego. This is my self-expression. And then we have this back here saying, yeah, but this is going to affect your public image. How you move forward and what you do, Mr. Ego, Mrs. Ego, affects everybody up here too, and how they treat you, how they see you, okay? Now, let's move this to hours. And let's watch what happens as our day progresses. All right? We've got the quincunx aspect here. Let go of old traditions. All right? Letting go of old traditions. All right, now what is this? This is at 5 p.m. Let's keep it going here. We got more coming on. We're going to have a sextile to the sun. All right? This is our sextile, to Venus. Okay? So what the ego here wants and needs, other people are going to be able to come through later on in this Sunday, a little later Sunday night. What are you doing Sunday night, friends? You hanging out? You getting together with some friends? Probably, because they have some healing to offer to you, right? And what you need, what you emotionally need, and what Venus wants to go play, to go have fun and socialize and express, you get to do that with a great ease. And while you're doing that, of course, comes this, hey, let go of these old traditions, let go of that, let go of the bad posture that I was talking about earlier. This bad posture is not going to help you anymore. It only helped you during a moment of time when you were injured. Let go of this stuff, all right? Now, keeping it going, because we got a big one coming up here. Here we go. There it is. This is showing at 2 a.m. There, well, let's stop here at midnight, okay? Because we're going to feel this pressure. All right, let me come back for a second. Although this happens at midnight, now some of my friends are in LA, so this is happening at 9 o'clock for you, so we're kind of everywhere. And some of my friends are night owls, so you're up until 3, 4 in the morning. But we're going to feel the pressure build throughout this Sunday, okay? There is the lightness, again, the air signs there's a light feeling to them that's lovely. It's a very social kind of Sunday, but we're still caught in the crossroads of other people. Let me show you. We're coming back, and this is going to be huge on Monday, okay? Because the moon is starting to square Saturn. I'm going to give you a little glimpse here. Let's move forward into Monday. That's what I'm talking about right there. All right. We're going to feel this on Sunday before it comes to Monday. And this is going to be with us all day Monday. So I'm just giving you a heads up right now. Okay, we are caught in the crossroads of other people. We are caught in the crossroads of others. Okay, self, others. And what do we have here? We got a sextile to Jupiter, a sextile to the sun. Okay, what we need here is that we need to hang out with other people. We need to be sociable. We need to be, talking the talk with other people. We need to assert ourselves in that, courageous kind of a way. We don't need to hold back. We're done with this, introverted Cancer kind of energy. I'm not knocking on Cancers, but that's just the energy of Cancer. All right. So it's not the introverted stay at home. This is getting out and going and doing things. But right here is the T-square. And we're going to start to feel this build up on Sunday, and it's going to be with us all day Monday. So when you're sitting at your desk at work, this is going to be lingering over you starting the week. So I'm giving you a heads up of what's going on now, okay? So what we have here, the moon, other people, wants us to be diplomatic, wants us to think about others. Of course, we're squaring the North Node. Wants us to be emotional, wants us to be empathetic. It wants us to nurture other people. And then we have this, hey, I've got to restructure my own frickin' life. I need to transform my personal, my concepts, the ways that I've been, leaning into, like I was saying earlier, leaning into this crutch. It's like, no, we're done with the crutches. We're done. We're standing on our own legs and we're walking. If we've been taught wrong, if we've been thinking wrong, we're going to transform all of this before Pluto goes into Aquarius. Okay. But really, it's the South Node and the North Node. We have public image and career, and this is like our emotions and family, and then this is ourselves, and this is other people. And it's just like, what is the moon needs here? The moon is the one that's in need. So it's like, we need other people. I didn't make the shirt I'm wearing. I didn't make the microphone I'm talking into, or the camera, or the lens. I don't know how the internet works. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just an astrologer. I'm just sitting here talking about this stuff without all of these other tools. My message is, it's one person to one person to one person to one person. And that's why I started doing this, because it's like, I talk to one person every single day. And it's just like, all right, well, it kind of makes sense to take this next step here. Back to it. Right? We're caught in the crossroads of other people. Now, just like the dog, we get rid of the dog because it's crapping everywhere. We teach the dog. With other people, we have to teach other people on how to treat us. Okay? We're all raised differently. We all have different backgrounds. Then we come together. We're just thrown together sometimes at work or play or friends of friends. And then what's okay in some life is not okay in others. I've had roommates. My parents were like very, take your shoes off at the front door. I've had other roommates that didn't live that way. So it was combative a little bit. It's like, well, which way sticks out? And, it was, well, who's the leaseholder? Who has more authority? And in this particular case, our personal selves are the authority. And we're the ones that are going to say yes or no. We're the ones that are going to give that authority away. We're going to be the ones that are going to compromise with the other authority of the other person. Because whoever else, they're the ultimate authority over themselves, right? And I'm the ultimate authority over me. So we got to find these middle ground here, okay? We got to find that middle ground. This is not a solo journey. We are caught in the crossroads of others. And which way do we go? Do we give them another chance? Do we walk away? And here, this is how I'm going to wrap this up and leave it. And it's just like, I believe in humanity. I believe in love. I believe in other people. I believe in people. I believe in the goodness of people. So I'm always one to say, yeah, of course I'm going to give you more chances and more chances. And we can work this out. You know, there's bigger things. Like we can do this. That's my attitude. Now there's also, like, I have to recognize, right? If someone is sitting in a ring of their own fire, okay, that's very important. If someone is sitting in the ring of their own fire, their own personal hell that they've created, and they're saying, keep coming to me, help me, help me, help me. Okay? Now, me, I'm like, yeah, let me help you. I can take the heat a little while. I'm like Hermes, you know? Yeah, I can go there. I can do this. Let's help you out. I'm going to reach down and I'm going to grab your arm. And then instead of coming out of the fire, if the person's bringing you into it, no, stay here with me in this. You're like, well, no, I've got to go, you know, this, what is it? Is it Plato? Plato's The Cave? Okay, are you familiar with this? Plato's the Cave? It's just like the cave, all these people lived in the cave. This cave, this was their entire reality. They knew nothing else. They knew nothing outside of the cave. There was no outside world outside of this cave. The cave was everything, okay? And they'd have little fires and the shadows that danced on the walls of the fire. This was their gods. This was their, you know, angels or demons or whatever. This was their whole world. And then comes the outsider and says, holy smokes, there's all these people in this freaking cave. Come on out, guys. Like, you're free. No. I have to stay here. This is my everything. There is no outside. You know, you're the outsider. We're cavers. We're the cave people. So I'm not sure if I'm getting Plato across properly on this today. But the point is, you know, we can go into the depths of someone else's heaven or hell. We can go into the depths of where they're at in life. And if a friend is reaching out asking for help, it's important that we are there for them. It's important that we do help the other person. And if we are that friend, it is important to reach out and ask for help. And it is important, whichever side of the fence that you're on, if you're the one reaching an arm down to pull somebody up and out, or if you're the person inside your own fire that's reaching a hand up, it's important that we move out of the fire. Okay? It's so important that we move out of the fire, you know? If your friend's sitting there with the Tommy gun just shooting, are you going to stand in front of it just because they're your friend and they need help with target practice? No. No, you're not. No, I'm not either, right? I have boundaries. We all have boundaries and they're necessary. I don't want the dog crapping all over the house. Right? I don't have a dog. Anyway. You get it. That's our day. So whether you're the person that's hurting, that's in the fire right now, if somebody's coming to help you out, please don't say, you don't understand, you got to be in my shoes, it's just like, give that person an opportunity, communicate. It's like saying to the dog, you don't understand, you got to go to the bathroom outside. Teach it. Teach the dog to go out to the bathroom outside. Teach the cat to not jump on the counter, whatever it is. Teach the other human being. If you don't understand, teach them. Help them understand. And further, get out of the fire. And if someone is going to persistently, consistently pull you into that fire, and that's where they need you, and it's time to walk away, these are the crossroads we are dealing with right now, okay? Because we can't flourish in someone else's fire. Ooh. It's a heavy Sunday fun day, friends. But you get it. And I've talked to so many of you. We're all kind of, that's just where the energies are at right now, right? So at Sunday leading into Monday, right? And it's important that Mars quincunxing to Pluto, that's the annoying aspect that's saying, if we're the ones that are stuck in the fire, it's like, it's not where we need to be. It's not where you need to be. Your friend's coming along to help you, pull you up, to get you where you're going, to get you on the right path. Transform. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's me for the day. Thank you, as always, for hanging out with me. Bring you some more of this good stuff on what's going to continue to happen on Monday, and we'll talk about that tomorrow.